Hello everyone and welcome back to more FM22. It's Aston Villa Thriller at the Villa, and here we are at the start of Season 2, which is way earlier than it should be because it's this stupid season with the Qatar World Cup. So we're starting in July. I'm not happy about it. But of course, after last season's heroics, we will be playing this year in the Champions League. It's probably the worst season that this could possibly happen given that it's the World Cup in December, but we'll see what we can do. The Champions League is ridiculous to think we're already here. I am very excited to see how we're going to get on, so make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss what happens. Is it going to be a second European Cup for Aston Villa? Probably not, but you know, this save's been weird enough already, so you never know. So it's safe to say, given how hectic the fixture list is going to be for us this season and how badly we did in the Cups last season with our sort of squad depth, we definitely needed some reinforcements, and reinforcements we have made. Let's start with the outs, of course, and as said, Ashley Young has gone. We released him on a free transfer. He has gone to Nottingham Forest on a considerably lower wage than he was getting from us. Conor Hourihane has also gone as well. He was out on loan last season in the Championship with Sheffield United. He's now joined Swansea on a free transfer. He was previously on loan there as well. He's actually decent. He's a decent player, but just not quite the level for us. We've also said goodbye to Jed Steer. He's gone to Watford for £325,000. Good luck, mate. You never really had a chance. 2.1 million is what we got for Keenan Davis. Was out on loan at Aberdeen last season. He's gone to Celtic, so clearly he did something in Scotland. He got 8 goals, so well, yeah, great. Well done, Celtic. We've also got 2.7 million for Lovre Kalinic, who spent last season out on loan at Hajduk Split. He spent 2 years out on loan at Hajduk Split. He's now gone to Udinese, so yeah, again, we didn't need him. So more substantially, Matthias Arezzo, who we signed last summer, of course, he went out on loan to River Plate initially until Christmas. He came back. We couldn't get a work permit. Nobody wanted to sign him on loan for some reason. Like, literally no one. I was offering him out for no wage. No one wanted to sign him, which is a bit weird. But anyway, he's gone out on loan now to Hamburg in the Bundesliga too. He's already scored a goal, so hopefully this can be enough to get him a work permit. And then the big 2 departures. Marvelous and Camber has left us to join Fulham. You may recall that when we gave him a new contract last season, his agent put in a stupid promise that he'd be playing in a position and role that we were not using and we're not going to use for him. I assumed at the end of the season when we qualified for the Champions League that he would be okay with that and would get over it. I explained to him that, you know, we'd done really well with him playing where I actually wanted him to play, but no, he didn't care. He wanted to leave. We offered him out, and the only people that were interested were Fulham. 7.25 million. It's a loss, and considering he actually played loads last season and played quite well, it's very annoying. But that's FM for you. He was really unhappy, and you know, he wasn't that good. So yeah, he's gone. And then the big sale, the biggest sale by far, one which I didn't intend on doing, but well, when the bid came in, I couldn't really turn it down. Matty Cash, now of course of Poland in real life, has gone to Newcastle for £50 million. He was somebody who obviously played a lot for us last season, played most games. But when we looked at the team of the year at the end of the season, he was one of 3 players, 3 positions where he did obviously quite well. 6.995 is a really good rating, but he was one of the only 3 players who did not get a 7 or over. So therefore, I kind of felt at the back of my mind, if we got a good bid for him at any point, then, you know, we'd probably sell him. It's a position we could upgrade. I wasn't intending to, as said, but when Newcastle came in and offered 50 million, I couldn't really say no. Obviously a great player, had some great moments for us, but I think we've upgraded on him. He's only got 9 marking, which is not great, so I think we've upgraded. So what about the ins? Well, we've found quite a few players. I've not gone crazy. There's a lot of players we probably could upgrade, players like Morgan Sanson, for example, but they played really well last season, so I don't really think it's very fair. But he played really well last season, so I don't really think it's kind of A, fair to him, and B, sort of necessary right now. And at the same time, unless we can sort of then sell him, which you know, we probably wouldn't be able to do for market value, there's not much point. But anyway, first of all, Victor Johansson is not maybe the most exciting signing, but is someone we've kind of signed out of necessity as our new 3rd choice goalkeeper. We need 3 goalkeepers because as last season showed, Emi Martinez gets injured a lot and he's always playing for Argentina, so we need to have 3 goalkeepers at all times. just in case. Victor Johansson is a decent goalkeeper. We have signed him from Rotherham for £1 million solely because he is an Aston Villa Academy graduate. That is the only reason we've signed him, basically because when it comes to registering a squad for the Champions League, we're completely screwed because we don't have any club-trained players in the first team playing an active role apart from kind of Jacob Ramsey, and he's too young to even be registered really, so we needed someone to help out. Johansson's the man. If Jack Grealish was still here, it wouldn't be a problem. We've also signed Ronaldo Vieira from Sampdoria for £1.2 million solely because he was transfer listed for that price. I thought that's a good price. Too good to turn down. We might as well get him in. He's going to be sort of an ultra backup midfielder, can play both roles, both defensive roles in midfield really quite well. He's probably not even going to be registered in the Champions League squad, but as a sort of, reliable option in case of a serious injury crisis, he's here, he's able to play. We also signed this regen from Hibs. He looks quite good. Probably will never play, but looks like a potential future star. And so the more substantial first team players who are going to be playing quite a lot this season. First of all, our new backup left back to replace Ashley Young is Berger Melling, a player who I can't believe I've never signed on a series on the channel before, I don't think. He's a player I sign often on FM over the last few years. He's really quite good. You can get him for quite cheap fees from all the clubs he's been at. We've got him from Rennes for 2.6 million, previously at Nîmes, previously at Rosenborg. He's never got, they never really want much money for him. We paid £3.5 million for him. He's a quality left back, and as a backup, he's not going to be wanting too much game time. He's kind of got it all, very well rounded, happy to get him in for sure. We've also signed 2 new centre backs to back up and support Tyrone Mings and Ezri Konsa over the course of the season. Firstly, Luis Abram, Peruvian international, has joined us from Granada for £3.6 million. Had a decent season for them last season. Again, just a very well-rounded centre-back. He's nothing outstanding, but he'll do a job left-footed as well, which helps out quite a lot. Not the craziest price, not the craziest wages, just a good, experienced backup player. And our other centre-back is a bit more sort of, in terms of the game, one for the future, but one who, if you watched the channel before, is very good. The start of the save we did last year with Norwich, Chris Mepham, we had to get him in for the price that we were quoted, £5 million. That is all it's taken to get him away from Bournemouth. They paid taken a massive hit on that transfer, having signed him from Brentford previously. He had a good season for them in the Championship last year, good rating, and he's just a player I've got a lot of time for, a player I really like. Again, very well rounded. He's not amazing. I did consider signing a really top quality centre back to play alongside Tyrone Mings. I think that would be kind of harsh on Ezri Konsa. We'll give him, at least until January, until next summer, depending on if we even do another season or not. Obviously, he did kind of flag towards the end of the year, but he's got a lot of potential, so I don't want to sort of give up on him now. But Mepham is someone who can easily provide a good backup to Konsa on that right-hand side and can then potentially sort of play ahead of him if he's not playing particularly well, because I think Mepham also has a very, very high ceiling. Moving further forward, with Canberra, of course, going, I wanted to strengthen this position anyway, as it was one of our weakest areas last season, and I think we have done that with this signing. Comes Tifo recommended. Eric Pulgar joins us from Fiorentina, Chilean international, adding a lot of international experience to the team. 7.75 million is a bargain. It could rise to 8.25. Which is also not very much. They have made a loss, Fiorentina, as well, which is good to see. Had a decent season in Serie A last season. He is, for me, perfect for what I want from this role. Passing and vision, 15 and 14, decent, pretty good. But then equally, he can defend, he can mark, tackle. His work rate is pretty good. Great determination, great stamina and fitness. He's extremely well-rounded. We can play him further forwards if we need to. He just looks like an absolutely solid midfielder who can create and defend, and that's what I want. And finally, for now at least, we needed, of course, to replace Matty Cash. We had a lot of cash from selling him, and we have spent that on a quality right back, who is probably better than the one we had before. Zeki Kelek has been signed from Lille for £22 million. Now, when you consider we've got £50 million for Matty Cash, we've been able to sign somebody who I think is arguably better for literally less than half the price. And that's the joy of FM, really, isn't it? Has had some fantastic seasons at Lille, of course, was part of their phenomenal title-winning side a couple of years ago, a year ago in real life. I think he's a really fantastic right back, not quite world class perhaps, but his physicals are very good. Good decision making, great work rate. He can defend, of course, with great marking, tackling and positioning. His concentration is very good as well. Passing is good. Dribbling is perhaps the only weakness, but at 11 it's not too bad. Crossing is good as well. And yeah, significantly, the marking of 13 is clearly better than Matty Cash. So I think overall, he's an upgrade for considerably good financial situation as well. And that's that for now. We have not sold anyone else of note. No, we've not had any bids really for Leon Bailey, for Emi Buendia, for Danny Ings or anyone else like that. And I think most of them will be able to keep. No one is really attracting much interest, which is good to see heading into the new season. We do still have a few players to offload, namely Wesley, who, we can, basically the Premier League, we're fine. Everyone here is registered for the Premier League, so that's not a problem. It's going to be a problem for European football. We're going to have to leave some people out. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be leaving out someone. For example, Trezeguet will probably get left out, which is going to be unfair on him perhaps. But yeah, everyone can play domestically, which is at least something. But if we get bids for someone like Wesley, they will definitely be accepted. In fact, we already had a bid accepted from Everton, but then he turned the contract down. So that's great, really. Let's just offer him out again. Like, I'm not paying your wages, mate. You're on 50k, but you can just go. So those are the transfers. Let me know what you think down below. As I say, we could have done more. We have still got loads of money to do more. We've got a load of cash in the bank, 63 million in the bank, and we've got 54 million to spend. Wage budget, we've got a bit of room there, £54,000. Can maybe bring someone else in, but as I say, I just don't see the point of having too much squad upheaval. I don't see the point of getting someone in and then being stuck with some, because we'd have to sell someone else now, and I don't want to necessarily do that. A, it's unfair on them because they perform well, and B, we probably won't necessarily be able to do it, and if we do, we won't get enough money or not their market value, or we'll just be stuck with them and have too many players and have someone unhappy that they're not in the squad. So overall, I don't see much point. Obviously, if someone comes in with a bid for somebody, then we'll consider it and potentially do something. If someone wants to buy John McGinn, if someone wants to buy Morgan Sanson for a good price, I'll probably sell them and upgrade them. But if not, I'm happy with the team we have. So we're going to play our first game of the season. It's going to be against Southampton, which is nice because we did pretty much annihilate them home and away last season. It is at St Mary's, so that could be a bit tricky, but we shall see. The fixture list is not looking very good because we've got to play loads of matches in August, which is insane. But of course, obviously, we're going to have to be playing a big portion of fixtures before the World Cup, and we will not be playing anything at all really in November and December. I don't know where the Champions League games are going to fit into this. That could be a problem. It couldn't be a problem. It is going to be a problem. But anyway, let's play Southampton first of all, and this is going to be the team. It is, of course, more or less the same team with a few new additions. Schlager is going to be starting a goal for this one because Emi Martinez is once again injured, which is great. He shouldn't be out for too much longer, so Johansson gets to be on the bench for this game at least. Target, Mings and Concert is still the three quarters of the defence, but of course Kellett comes in for his debut on the right-hand side, with Polga making his debut as well. Zakaria and Sanson keep their places, as do Buendia and Bailey. And of course, Danny Ings is up front. He is now 30 years old, but, well, he's still pretty good, isn't he? Just to check before we start as well, the board do only want mid-table again, which is good. That's reassuring. And the media are predicting that we're going to finish in 10th, that's worse than last year. It was 8th last year. That's not very nice. I've not really looked at the transfers particularly. Have there been some truly crazy things? United have signed Lautaro Martinez for a really good price. That's really cheap, isn't it? Wilfried Zaha has gone to Manchester City. Okay. Who have Newcastle signed apart from Matty Cash? Anyone crazy? Not really. Southampton don't appear to have signed anybody else apart from Trevor Chalobah, and they already had Kurzawa last season. So, yeah. I don't think we're going to do as well as last year by any means, but I'm still kind of optimistic. Okay, nothing much the first 20 minutes or so. I'm excited to see how Polga and Kellett get on. I think, the system we know works. Having two significantly better players, I think, than what we had before. How much is that going to improve what we can do? We've got a highlight, finally, 37 minutes in, and Buendia on the ball, gives it to Matt Target. Target racing down the touchline, turns and spins, finds Buendia. Target whips it in. Bailey can't quite get there. It's headed away by Salisu, but Kellett keeps it in play. Leon Bailey driving wide, pulls it back to Kellett. Can he find a cross in? He can. Looking for Bailey. It's cleared away, And they got Jesse Lingard. I didn't notice that. Was he? I don't even think he was starting. But anyway, they got Jesse Lingard. But we've got Emi Buendia. We have got Eric Pulgar as well. Zakaria to Bailey. Here's Kellick. So much space for him to work with. Goes short to Bailey. Whips it in. And there's the goal. Morgan Sanson on the volley. We don't need to replace him. He's a quality player. That was a great move. Really great to see. Both new guys involved. Kellick considerably involved. Gets a bit of space. Goes short to Bailey, who spins. And Sanson, what a hit that is from Morgan Sanson. Great goal to start the season. Southampton trying to come back into it though, and they have. And it's absolutely dreadful goalkeeping from Schlager. I wasn't really watching because I didn't think it was going to amount to anything. Ward-Prowse's free kick is whipped in and Romeo heads it, and Schlager should be stopping that. That was awful. This is the problem when Martinez is not here. Can we get the lead back before half-time? Corner from Buendia, cleared away by former player Trevor Chalobah, but Bailey's effort, it just does not go on target. It looked like it hit the woodwork. I'm not quite sure. Well, there we go. It's half-time and we should be winning, but we're not. And Schlager's rating is quite good still. We won't be too harsh on him now, but that was clearly his fault. He should have been stopping that, wasn't it? It wasn't really a powerful header. Okay, need to see some more, or are we going to have a second half collapse? I mean, we have a good record of coming from behind. We don't have a particularly prolific record of giving away a lead, but you know, it's a new season, so who knows? Stuart Armstrong with the effort. It cracks the crossbar. Once again, the woodwork coming to our rescue. Buendia's having a poor game and he's tired. So we're going to bring on El Ghazi, who's just signed a new contract as well. Target with a ball in. Bailey's there. Leon Bailey to the rescue. Leon Bailey opens his account for the season. We've got the lead again. Once again, Matt Target proving extremely reliable. And with Buendia was involved, but it's Target who puts the ball in. Bailey with a header as usual. Parried by McCarthy. And Bailey taps in the rebound. I think it was particularly telling, actually. Matt Target's average rating for the season compared to Matty Cash, significantly better. So we'll see how well Kellick gets on. Polgar, great ball in. Danny Ings chips the goalkeeper, but he hits the woodwork. So unlucky. Brilliant from Polgar to spot Ings's position in there. That was good. That was nice. It would have been nice if it had gone in, but yeah, good to see. Into the final 15 minutes. Kellick's rating is not particularly good. It is fair to say, despite being involved in the initial goal. But, you know, it's early days. I don't think he speaks English. Neither of them speak English, the new signings in the starting lineup. But that will come, of course. Lingard has got too much space, but Kellick cuts it out. Good defending from him. Good to see there. He's on the ball now again, pressing forwards. Finds Leon Bailey, who finds Danny Ings. I think I'm going to take Bailey off in a second because he's getting quite tired. Let's do that now, actually. We'll bring on Bertrand Traore. Or we would, but he's not on the bench, which is annoying. El Ghazi, driving forwards, flips it forwards to Leon Bailey, knocks it down, can't find Zakaria. And is this actually a Southampton highlight? Yes, it is. Che Adams has got a lot of work to do, but he does it well, finds Armstrong, and Armstrong scores. And that, I'm not happy with that. Where is Bertrand Traore? Why is he not on the bench? How have I left him off? I need him for this situation. I literally need him. We'll shove on Ollie Watkins, but I'm not happy about it. Actually, no, we're not. Bailey's our best player. I'm not going to take him off in this situation. We need him to perform. I mean, the goal from Southampton was very good. You have to give them credit for it. Although the defence are not exactly covering themselves in glory, the entire back five, really, are not doing particularly well. And this game is kind of petering out. We could raise the tempo a little bit towards the end. I'm going to have to take Bailey off, aren't I? For risk of injury. And then Kellick has played well today, but we'll bring on Sambia because that feels like the smart move. 2-2. It's not awful if we can see this out. It's not terrible, I suppose. It's just frustrating that we've beaten Southampton so comprehensively home and away last season. To drop points already anyway, and to drop points to a team that we were, you know, significantly better than, is not great, and especially not great if we end up losing this. Konsa does pick up that ball. Here's Watkins. Finds Zakaria. Now the game's getting a bit stretched. Can we work that to our advantage? Ings is in, and Danny Ings does what he does best. Great counter-attack. That was a bit heart in mouth, but Konsa got there and we were quick to react. Watkins very well involved. Sakari with the final ball, and Danny Ings just does Danny Ings things. Right, have we stolen it at the death? Maybe. Let's shut it down. Just see if we can see the old game out. That would be really good. Right, the time is up surely. Referee, there we go. Well, we had to work for it, but it is still 3 points, and that's the best way to start the season, really, isn't it? I mean, it's a bit of an epic. It is a bit of an epic. 3-2, take the lead twice we're pegged back, and we're a 90th minute winner from a man against his old club. That is, if there was ever going to be a game first on Match of the Day featuring us, it would be that, surely. But nice work, everyone. Well done. Well done. Buendia, not great. Kellick did well, I think. I think, the average ratings this year seem a little bit weird to me. I think if you make a mistake, that kind of knocks your rating massively and you can't recover from it. Whereas last year you could. Polgar, I thought, really impressive. Controlled the midfield for a lot of the game. Sanson is his usual reliable self, as is Ings. Leon Bailey's a superstar. And if we can keep hold of him, then it could be very good. He's a properly good player. So there we go. Not a bad way to start the season, is it? But that will be where we end things today. And we've got a lot of matches to get through. I think we're going to be back next time for some kind of Champions League action. Probably our first Champions League game. Unless it's against a really not very interesting team. In which case it might be the second game or the third game. We will see. As said, I don't know when that's quite coming in. I also don't know when or if the absolutely terrible new Champions League format is going to be introduced into the game, because obviously that is the stupid changes to sort of try and see off that stupid Super League. There's going to, at some point, I don't know when it's coming in, as I say, I don't know whether it's going to be in the game at all. I imagine it probably is, unfortunately, is going to be the stupid new format where there's like 10 teams in a group or something like that. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds absolutely awful. Hopefully it's not going to be this season. But anyway, we will see. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well. And I will see you next time.